Look at how beautiful this little Jeep is. 1999, so it's the last year of the distributor. This is the true 4.0 that everybody raves about. In 2000, they went to a coil pack. I'm not going to give you the whole history lesson there. The coil packs, they did end up getting better, but it wasn't until about 02 to 04. Those are the better years of the coil pack engines. 05, 06 had their own problems for the TJs. They had a cam issue on them with using the wrong metals. The 2000, 2001s had the head problem. The 97 and 99s are, in fact, the best years. The 97s are good years. The problem with 97s is they're one-off years, and they're very, very, very expensive to find parts on. Like the climate control unit on a 97 is like $600, whereas like this one's 100. So just the overall cost of ownership is a lot lower on this particular year, and it happens to be that last year of them. So now you might wonder why I know all this. Just, Wikipedia. No. I own Jeeps Unlimited, partsbreakers.com. We're the largest Jeep only parts yard, rust-free parts yard in the country. Matter of fact, probably in the world. We have 8 acres. There are bigger yards than us, but they're not bigger rust-free yards. I've been doing this for 21 years. The company itself has been around since 1984. And I would implore you, just like anybody, when you're ever buying something from somebody, don't trust me in the sense of don't trust what I say. Go on and do your own research. I think our reviews speak for themselves. So let's give a little background about it. I've given this in almost all the videos. It's a 99. It's only got 143,000 miles. It is a clean Colorado title. There's not a spot of rust on it at all. We did have the hood repainted recently because it was super checked. And that just means in those late 90s into the 2000s, they had a couple paint issues where they were getting almost dry looking. And it would just kind of crack look, where it looked like the clear coat was cracking. And that was fine. It still looked good, but I happen to have a painter on payroll right now and thought, hey, you know what? He did a pretty good job. So we threw him on a couple other projects. So that's it. This thing is rust-free frame, rust-free tub. Axles are rust-free. You're going to be pressed to find anything on it. It is a Sahara. So that's got the upgraded trim package on it. The seats. We put a brand new soft top. That's what you see there. It's got a brand new manual transmission. When I mean brand new, within the last 6 months, and it's got no miles since then because we don't drive these. I've been waiting for springtime to put it up for sale, which is right now. When we did the transmission, we put a new loop clutch in it, which is all we run on any of our Jeeps. That's what I would implore you to run if you're looking to swap a transmission over, or a clutch over, I mean. And clean title, like I said, no accidents, anything like that. It's also got a new clutch kit in it, loop clutch kit, new flywheel, and new slave cylinder. So the whole transmission complete setup is brand new. It's got a brand new intake manifold gasket with exhaust manifold gaskets. You don't have to mess with that. These are all the more expensive jobs. If you were going to have to do a job on a Jeep that's common, intake exhaust manifolds are super common, especially the exhaust manifolds that are common to crack. So this has got a new one, new manifold, and we replaced that on it because it had a little bit of a exhaust leak down there. Tune up. It's got complete new brake hardware on the rear. And as you just seen, if you watched the last 2 videos, I just did a nice, in total 16, almost 17-minute test drive, maybe longer, but when I went down and had it washed. So it is the 4.0 engine, which again is the last year of the 99. So I'll show you everything I can on it. And I know it's getting dark. I want to get photos done, but I want to show you how clean the underside of this thing is. I'm going to show you the engine compartment, how stock it is. I like stock. I like unmolested Jeeps. And I mean that respectfully. We just mean that it's all factory. So there's nothing, no lift kits. Not that there's anything wrong with that if that's what you want to do with it, especially a modest one. But Okay. And again, I washed it, but I didn't dry it real well, so it's got a little bit of that dust residual on it. I got heartburn tonight. Yeah. All right, let me get a couple pictures of this too while we're open here. See, all factory stuff. Nothing's been switched over on it. Like I said, we just put a brand new, it's got a nice Velcro gasket kit on it. And look at that. The 99, what people don't realize, you got the nice 4.0 with the distributor, but it's the first year of the horseshoe intake. So performance-wise, these things have it, and that's what you're looking for right there. All right. So I'm gonna lose my light, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up, but I do want to show you how clean the interior is. Let me make this key stop beeping on us. Okay, climate control, factory head unit, nice fence. Passenger disarm switch, that's actually not on all of them. That's not a standard. What that means is you can put the key in here and turn this off. And if you do that, that airbag won't deploy, which means you can have a kiddo up here without having to worry if they're gonna get hit in the face with that thing. So, but again, super nice seat here. A little snag on that seat up at the top there, but the padding's in good shape. All right. And it did have a hardtop package on it. So if you did want to put a hardtop back on it, which we do have in stock right now, that would be extra, obviously. You could definitely do that. All right. So I think that's it. If you have any questions, comments, anything at all, please reach out. I've been doing this a long time, 21 years. So this is what I enjoy doing for the most part. Although when coming back from vacation, finding out my guys didn't get a lot done. I got stuff done, just not on my list. And it's been like that for a while, so no big deal. They're good guys. They're a good crew that works for me, so. Okay. Look at the other videos, not only for that test drive, but also I explain the transportation if you do want us to transport it. Now, if you want us to do any upgrades while it's here, for example, you want to put a hardtop on it, you want to get full set of doors. I don't have black, we'd have to have a set painted, but we do have the capabilities of doing stuff like that. I mean, those would all be extras. You know, you want it lifted, you want big tires, you want re-gears, you want lockers, you want AC, you want whatever, okay? We have a full-blown shop. We're a little bit out, but I would put this to the front of the list. As far as mechanical-wise, could you get in this and drive it to Maine? Sure. Alaska? Absolutely. Like, it's not going to have any issues whatsoever. I give you my word on that, which I know is putting a lot of faith in somebody, especially in the times we live in. But that's why we did all the stuff that we did to it. So we put about $4,000 just in from axle, rebuilding that, fluids, the new transmission, the clutches, the new manifold gaskets, just we want to make sure, just like our parts, that when you get something like this, you're happy. You're not just happy for a few weeks. We don't want buyer's remorse. We can't control that, obviously, but we want you happy for a long time. So if there was something silly, simple we could do here, we did it. We put a new top on it. These old ones are a little ratty. And you can't find these Saharas. They're hard to find. So hope you've enjoyed this. I'll get some nice photos of it here in a second. And get some inside photos before I lose my light tonight. And like I said, take a look at that other video. I'll write a description on what I can do to help accommodate you and your traveling if you want to travel to get it. And yeah, I have driven a Jeep across country. Not my favorite thing to do. What I usually do on these TJs, it's freaking awesome, and it wouldn't cost but maybe $200-300 for us to throw it on there if you wanted to, would be put a tow bar in the front and you can drive out. Or you can rent a truck, fly in, rent a truck, flat tow it. You can drive it home too. It's no problem to do that whatsoever. So, but it is just something that, they're so easy to flat tow. You neutral them, unlock the steering column. You can drive 80 down the interstate with these things. I've done it hundreds of thousands of miles on my personal Jeeps. The TJs make it the easiest to do. And I can go over all that with you, and we can set it up to where it can do that. Even if you are going to transport it, you might want us to do that anyway. So just, you know, things to think about. We can throw on, like I said, accessories if you want them while it's here, upgrades if there's other things you want done on it. And it's probably cheaper just because we're in a small town than it might be in a big city. So things to keep in mind. Thanks, guys.